I'm sitting at home right now, and I have a sub helping with my biology class, and it's kind of cool. I have an inquiry that I have the students doing. We did this with M&Ms a few weeks ago, and now we've been looking at population demographics, how things are influenced within a population according to abiotic and biotic factors. And we've gone into the human aspect of that. We've looked at non-human living organisms. Now we're looking at humans. And so I've had students, I'm going to share my screen here. I've had students collect information at the CIA World Factbook website. Now let me kind of show you here if I could. I'm going to have to, boy, I have so many tabs open trying to teach multiple classes at once, and I really appreciate my subs who are trying to enact some of these crazy things that we're doing here. Got to go to my Google Classroom. All right, we'll get there. Let's go to biology. But right now, my students, what they did for an assignment a couple days ago is they had to gather demographic information about countries from around the world. And so they were looking at everything from like fertility to death rate, birth rate. And you can see those students collected that information for about 90 some different countries. And not only did they do it on different factors, but they also looked at age breakdowns, age structures. And so we ended up taking that information for each of those countries. And you can see there's like 90 some countries over on the left side. After they submitted the information for their countries that they found on the CIA World Factbook website, they then took that information. If I go back, we've had a couple more assignments. They have had to answer some questions dealing with age structures and why different populations look a certain way that they do. But now I have them taking it a step further. They're actually conducting an inquiry. I created an assignment here at home that asked the question, does poor quality water, access to poor quality water, right? Something that's not monitored for water quality purposes, influence some of these factors that they can find data on at the World CIA Factbook. Things like population growth rate, life expectancy, total fertility, infant mortality rate, death rate. And we've created a series of 5 hypotheses based upon that. And you can see if humans have poor quality water or unimproved drinking water, it will increase, decrease, remain the same. If it increases, if humans have poor quality water, unimproved drinking water source, it will increase the population growth rate of the population. It'll leave the same the population growth rate of the population. It will decrease the population growth rate of the population. And so they have to choose what they think will happen if there's poor quality drinking water for those 5 things. And then they go into collecting the information for water for each of those countries on the CIA World Factbook website. And then they look at the means and the standard deviations and run a t-test to see if there is a significant difference according to the numbers that they collected. And so it's kind of exciting. The students are entering their information in right now. And so I've been watching that information come up. This is a data table that I created when we did our M&M inquiry on the question, are there more blue M&Ms per package of M&Ms than other colors? But instead of M&Ms now that they've had some practice, they are instead looking at comparing population growth rate to drinking water. life expectancy to unimproved drinking water, total fertility to drinking water. And you can see as they enter that information in, and my subs and the resource department are doing such an awesome job. Down here, our values for our t-test are being calculated, and you're able to compare how does poor quality water affect growth rate. Is it significant? Is it not? Does it play a role? And so my students are actually taking data collected for several countries around the world, looking at the averages for these different factors that we're measuring, and making those comparisons. And then hopefully, after we see whether the null hypothesis is supported or rejected, that's what the t-test does. If the null is rejected, then the hypothesis is supported. Those students are going to have to then, using that data that they've analyzed, propose some ideas as to why that is. So Google Classroom, pretty powerful. Some of this data that already exists out there is pretty cool stuff, and you can do a lot with it with just a few simple statistical measurements. So I just wanted to share that today. I think it was pretty cool. And I think it's pretty neat that we're able to keep this train going amidst COVID, and me kind of feeling lousy, and some awesome people at school that are able to kind of keep things going and keep the students going and learning. So I hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.